Hello, today I'm going to try and do some live coding. We're going to use Rust minifb. FB stands for frame buffer. So about cross-platform window, a frame buffer crate for Rust. We scroll down, we can see it was last updated last week as of the time of recording, which is November 2023. There's some notes here. minifb is a cross-platform library written in Rust and makes it easy to set up a window and to optional display a 32-bit pixel buffer. It also makes get input from keyboard and mouse. Note, primarily designed for prototyping, may not include all the features, etc., etc. So usage, cargo add minifb, and there's some example code. So let's try and test it out. So start a new project, cargo ytfb. Let's make the font bigger for you as well. Okay. Let's just do the cargo add in the FB just to get started. There's some bits and pieces for Wayland, which my laptop's too old to do that, but I gather it may be necessary. Okay. Okay, we're good to go. So first thing we'll do is just add that use. There we go. So we're going to use key, window, and window options. Okay, so far so good. Compiled. Instant width and height. So we're going to make a small window. Okay. Then we create a vector to be our buffer. Two-dimensional. Then we create a new window object using the 640 by 360 constants. We panic if there's an error. Then let's see what else happens. Limit to max of 60 frames per second. Okay, so limit the update. And then this is where the good stuff happens. While the window is open, we iterate over the and then we update it. And then once we've updated it, the unwrap here is once code to exit if it fails. Real applications may want to handle this a different way. Okay, let's just go for it. Let's put all this in and see what happens. Sorry, I just made it smaller just so that I can capture it all in one hit. Right, copy. Okay. Unclosed delimiter on line 5. We missed a closing parenthesis, closing curly brace. Okay, that's better. Okay, so we've got a black window. Okay, well, at least it compiled, so that's progress. Right. Right. So far, so good. Let's look at some examples then and just see how it actually gets used to do something a little bit more interesting than a make a black window. Um, image, character callback. Let's look at image. So what is it actually doing? So it's reading a file called uv.png. So it's reading that into the buffer. Sorry if this is too small. Okay, close that as well. So read the next frame. Convert buffer to U32. And yeah, update the buffer. So that's actually displaying the PNG in the window. Okay, let's just get all of that. Let's not mess about. And this should panic because I haven't got an image called yeah, I haven't got an image called oh, use of undeclared crate. Oh, so we probably need an additional crate to handle the PNG as well, do we? No, I think it's just because we haven't got the. So we need to create a directory called resources with a image called uv.png inside. Okay. So if we do tree, see where we are. So let's make a directory called resources. And let's, how should we do this? Let's just Google for any old image. Uh, PNG image. And let's save that orange. Do we have to actually go visit it? Save image as, no, still a WebP. Download it. Is that going to give us an image? Who thought that getting the image would be the hardest bit? Right, now is it PNG? Yes, right. So let's go to documents, Rust, tube, frame buffer, resources. And what was it called? It was called UV, wasn't it? Right, just bear with me. It all will become clear in a second. Right. So G back into the code. Resources, UV, PNG. Right, let's try it. It's because it needs to be in the target directory, doesn't it? I'm still learning Rust in yeah, coming from a Python background. Um, let's move resources to target debug and then cd to target debug and then run ytfb. Okay, so is that still a rod, or we need to do cargo clean, I believe? Well, that's certainly got rid of what we had there before. So uh, let's do cargo builds rather than cargo run. So it's the last couple that take the longest time. Okay, so use of undeclared crate or module PNG. So is there a, it's just, this is probably bad practice, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Cargo add PNG. Yeah, so there was a crate called PNG. So let's try now. So, oh, good. Right. Let's get back to target debug. Um, oh, you know what I've done? When I did cargo clean, it removed the resources directory that I'd made. Never mind. Let's do it again. Oh, right, we're nearly there. So we've got the resources directory. Let's go back and save this again because we deleted it when we did the cargo clean. Target, debug, resources. We need to save. Remember to save it as U. I don't know why it's called UV, but it's not a. It's not important. Right. Finally, let's run it. YTFB, and it's panicked because result unwrap error OS no such file or directory. Okay, let's go back in on code. We'll run it from here. Maybe it will. No, it's not finding on line 8. Okay, well, let's do the let's specify the full path then. Um, this is probably not almost certainly not the right way to do it, but I just want to get it working, and then we'll worry about that after. Oh, so it's no such file or directory. Oh, hang on. There's no uv.png in there. Right, okay, let's go and save it again. Should be saving it into target debug. What's going on? I'm just going to do this for now. Just copy any old image in here. Something odd going on with my that. I don't know where it's downloading. Right, let's run again. Here we go. So we've read the image into a buffer, and then we've displayed the buffer using Rust. That, if you're interested, that's a Google. It's when I Googled for the Bitcoin price, and it showed me the graph. Okay, so let's just out of interest, I want to know whether this would work if I was running it from. Let's just do FG. Go back to the code. So we just do. I'll just show you the current directory. So the current directory is just the project directory. My shortcut is Control S to save and then Control B to build. That works. So does it work if I use a relative path? Don't think it will. No. So let's see if it works. So it's looking for resources UV, and then what about if I run it from the target directory? So is that still the old binary? Let's remove that binary. Go back here. We'll recompile the code. So it doesn't work when you do cargo run, but what I'm hoping is when I go back to this directory, you can see it's remade, it's recompiled YTFB. So if we run that, it is working. So what this is shown is if you do cargo run, when it builds it, it is looking for a relative path relative to where the executable will be when it's in the target debug directory. But when you compile it using cargo run, let's go back here. So when you use cargo run, it will be running from here, which is just the local project, which is the top directory. So it's actually looking for resources UVPNG effectively in the top directory. So if I'd made a directory called resources UVPNG in my top directory, it would work when I use cargo run. But when I'm actually wanting to use my code in anger, it wouldn't find it because it would be looking at resources UVPNG relative to the binary executable. So hopefully that's, if I just do that, if we just show the tree again. Sorry, come back up a bit. There you see, so at the moment, this PNG file is inside resources, inside debug, where my binary executable is once I've run cargo run. But when you run your cargo run to compile the code, it's running from the top directory. So then it's looking for resources.png relative to that. So which should be here. So you would need a directory called resources here. So if we could do that, which would then make it run whether we run it with cargo run when we're building the project or actually once it's complete. I don't think that's good practice either, but just to demonstrate the concept, let's just build resources in the top directory and then then CP PNG back up to there. Now, if we go out of that and we go back to our code, try and compile it from here, it works. The reason it works is because we've got a resources directory at the same level as where we're running cargo run from, and we're running cargo run from the top directory. YTFB is the top directory of the project. Good. This has been a bit of a trial and error, a bit hit and miss, but hopefully it's demonstrated the concept that you need to have the resources in the correct location, which, apologies if you already knew that, but hopefully if you learned something because we've looked at frame buffer. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.